together, you know, both ends of the same coin, right? Hyper competitive FNCS, and then content creators, right? Who, when you bring them together, it's like we're one big family coming together once again. I mean, again, having old OGs coming together and be like, yeah, I still rock Fortnite. Yeah, you want a 1v1? Oh, I just dumped you? That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking, saying that there's already people before the show even started being like, we need another one next year, and the games hadn't even started yet.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. As we were kind of going down the line right there and showing some of our duos get locked in, start to, you know, talk some strategy with each other, I saw Thomas HD and Somerset kind of pop in, and that made me, you know, remember a conversation that I had with Somerset just earlier on today, and I think it's very, very important because this is something that we can talk about when it comes to every single duo. I was like, hey, Summer, you know, how you feeling? She was like, surprisingly, I'm not nervous at all. I think that's like really, really big because, you know, from her perspective, it's like, oh yeah, you know, she's used to being nervous when it comes to competitive events. She's finally kind of hit her stride where the nerves are finally going away and she's going to be able to lock into the competition.
Yeah, confidence is key, especially when eliminations, I mean, we talked about it, 10 elims is the equivalent of a victory royale. So if you're able to just farm a good amount of elims at the start of the match, you have a very good shot of getting first place. Now, what I'm thinking about as well, we've had a bit of drop spot changes, but maybe we've had a little bit of drop spot baits, right? I know Mongrel Allier said they were landing on Peterbot and Aussie Antics. Will they actually do that now that it's game time? Reason Faxvidi said they're landing on Cooper's Emmy and Gone and Flakes. That's like 3 of the most powerful duos in the same POI. I don't know if it's really going to happen.
I mean, did you see Aussie Antics' video of Allier watching Peterbot build? I don't know if they're going to be dropping, and if they are, they're going to be doing it very carefully. But like you guys are saying, it's all about the vibes. We've had so much fun. There's just been so much content going out. We also have a lot of co-streamers up in the audience right now. There's people representing so many different regions. This is what Fortnite is all about.
Yeah, 100%. Very, very excited to kind of jump into the action. Gosh, Zeke, you know, I got a question for you, Zeke. You know, obviously you kind of punched in your ticket, Clicks and Lacey yesterday. You know, Lacey, after his extensive VOD review session last night. How you feeling about your pick?
I wasn't aware of the VOD review session personally, but listen, this is still Clicks, this is still Lacey, you know. Clicks is looking really good, right? Again, we had kind of 3 practice games yesterday we got to watch. We got to kind of clue in, see how things are kind of going. Clicks, to him, it looks like I'm just watching Major 2, right? It looks like I'm just watching the same Clicks I just got done watching. And of course with Lacey, like, yeah, this guy loves content, of course, but he knows how much Clicks wants it. He knows what this means to Clicks. So when the time comes, he will lock in.
We all know the ongoing joke of the 4th place curse from Clicks. Unfortunately, getting 4th place again with Venno back last year. And then this year, getting 3rd place in Major 1. Major 2, he gets 2nd place. We were already talking about if Thomas HD wins, would this officially be his first FNCS title? Well, what about that question for Clicks?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are kind of, I've seen it on socials a lot. Clicks is actually in his prime right now. And definitely those placements, they're kind of backing it up. We're talking about storylines when it comes down to primes and everything like that. Why don't we go ahead and focus in on Mr. Savage and Lachlan, right? Mr. Savage was retired from Fortnite Competitive earlier this year, and it did not take long before he kind of rejoined us for Major 2, joined another trio, got right back into the action, so I think he's locked in right there. The thing that I love about Mr. Savage is that, you know, I remember competing against Guy, and he always had his supporter creator code. It was always like 200 IQ, because everybody always kind of coined him as the smartest player. Of course, now we could see it right a couple minutes ago, right? He changed his code now to code Mr. Savage, but still has those smarts.
Has the IQ from retired to qualifying grand finals, but now competing here at the Pro-Am. And you were talking about, you know, does it count as an FNCS win? Well, if it does, you know, if Mr. Savage Lachlan wins, even Peterbot Aussie Antics, that means Aussie Antics is an FNCS win. And Thomas HD does it, and Clicks does it. You know, that is definitely going to be a funny ongoing joke.
I mean, how can you not be entertained, right? And again, the fact that this is reload, you know, obviously in FNCS we watch, someone goes down, it's like, well, see you next game. Now someone goes down, it's like, okay, well, they're reloading back in. How do we kind of approach this new situation? Does Thomas HD have a mammoth pistol halfway across the map? Did he catch you coming from the sky? Like, there's so many cool things. And of course, with the loot pool that is reload, there's so much chaos that can happen. From even opening a single chest.
I think it's important to kind of talk about, yeah, you're going to kind of get reloaded, right? Obviously, you're going to be flying in the sky. You're pretty exposed. And we kind of see how that kind of works out in competitions before, whenever there's like launch pads in the lobby, in the loot pool. But there was a change not too long ago to kind of avoid some of that, right? Make sure you can kind of glide down further, closer to the land, have a little bit more immunity. Yeah, to kind of prevent some of those beams coming out of the sky.
So, what are we going for?
Luke Skywalkers!
Pick one.
The farm boy.
Changed nothing.
Yeah, it really did not. I mean, the aim of these players is on a whole other level. And what I'm thinking is, in a lot of the performance evaluations, the players are playing safe. They were, hiding the box, going for the late games, and trying to get a good placement. Because in those end games, you are going to get a lot of opportunities for eliminations. But I'm trying to think to myself, okay, if you're low ground, you're going to have a lot of opportunities, players dropping down, running out of mats, a lot of elims. High ground, you're going to have to play aggressive if you